All right. So today we are discussing how to develop, really hone your own sound as a vocalist. And I've got some insights, but I've also got a lot of practical things that we can do with our voice to put these insights into our voice. I know a lot of times it's difficult when, someone talks at you for a while and, try this or think like this, or, there's all these things that people tell you to do or tell you to try, but it's hard to put those into actionable steps. What does finding your own sound as a vocalist actually look like when someone is experimenting with finding their own sound? I think that's really important. So, hey, Commander Clyde, Matthew Briggs, Vincent, Matthew Pollock. I'm going to miss all these names, or a lot of these names, but and we're going to do Q&A towards the end, which I'm really excited about too. And I'll glance over here every once in a while. So that's really a big part of what today is going to be about, is it's going to be experimenting with the mindset of finding our own sound. And I want to say this is the one of the main points that I'm going to be making throughout this live event when it comes to developing and finding your own sound as a vocalist. It is drastically counterintuitive. The more we as vocalists hone in on doing a particular thing, the less we are able to find our own sound. I'm going to say that again. The more we are honed in as vocalists on doing a particular thing, the less likely we are to find our own sound. So if we've got this goal, I've got to discover my mix, and I've got to hit a C5. I want to do that in the next few months. And you're laser focused on it. You might do that, but you're not going to develop your own style, your own sound. You're pigeonholed, you're laser focused, which can be good. Developing skills like that it is a good thing. But when we're talking about really wanting to be creative and really wanting to find out what our voice can do, accepting what our voice can do and what it can't do, and being able to apply that in a musical context, we want to think broader. We want to think about possibility. We want to think about every sound that we make that comes out of our mouth. Every single one, even what I just did, every single one, that. Everything is useful. Everything is useful. Nothing is bad. Nothing sounds bad. It is all an opportunity. And I'm going to be making some pretty crazy, dumb sounds today as I stumble through creating over this track. So I'm going to check up here on questions, and then we'll play the track. It's just a track I got from Logic Pro. It's one of the jingle ones, and I picked it this morning, and then I wrote out some lyrics after listening to the track a few times, but I have not sung over it at all. Greetings from Guatemala. You're very welcome. India. Yes, live is fun. Live is quite fun. Adam, Renzo, Ricardo, hello from Mexico. Hello, I was just in Mexico. Germany, Oliver, awesome. Okay, here is our paint palette for the day. This is called, the track is called Torn Jeans. That sounds like a fun note. Okay, so this is called, the jingle or this backing track is called Torn Jeans, and the task is to go really walk a line here. We are going to find our own sound in the context of this track. This isn't my favorite track in the world. I wouldn't write a track like this. Who cares, right? Everything is an opportunity. So I want to find my own sound in the context of this track, and what that's going to do is, over time, if I do enough of these types of things, I am going to find my sound in general. And it's by experimenting broadly over lots of different types of music that you do find your own sound. You find your own way of doing things that tend to transcend genres. They tend to, and that's one of the things that, the singers that I really like, that I've listened to over, my years of singing, the main one being Chris Cornell. If you listen to how he evolved as a singer and as an artist and as a writer, he sang over so many, everything from, blood-curdling audio slave grit to, Ave Maria. He sung over everything, and it sounded amazing. And yet, he had his own sound. You would say about him that he had his own sound. He sounded like Chris Cornell, whether he was singing Ave Maria or whether he was singing Cochise or Show Me How to Live or Jesus Christ Pose. He had his own sound. And yes, it evolved, but it was always uniquely his. Did he get there by saying to himself, I've got to do this. I want to learn how to scream. I want to learn how to fry scream. I want to learn how to sing in high mixed. No. He went there by writing music, by singing over lots of different things, and just having a time of experimenting no matter what. This guy from Nashville keeps calling me. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, but we're gonna move forward. Okay. Maybe I forgot about a meeting or something. Okay, so listening again, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to experiment over, I'm just going to speak these words. And actually, we don't even need, here's what we're going to do. Here are the words that, so this is called Torn Jeans. And so I just listened through to this, and I'm thinking torn jeans, and I was thinking work. What tears jeans? Well, I suppose play could, but I went the work direction. So I feel the weight upon my back. I am so tired. I've been working all day. The blood, sweat, and tears as time slips away. I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater. Make a move. Don't you dare get closer. This guy's in a bad mood. He's been working all day. It's getting late for me, late for me, late for me. So he gets madder and madder as he realizes that he has worked to the point of tearing his jeans, maybe, all day. And so with that in mind, I'm going to speak this with attitude over this track in a minute. I want to see what you guys are saying too. Yeah, I don't think it, we'll see. I'm sure I'll get a voice message. Okay. Oh, Mike Patton. Yes, he is a fantastic. Yes, I'm going to yell. I'm going to scream. I'm going to make noises. I am just making sure that everybody is cool with where we're going. Axel. Yes, I've done Axel. He's another guy that he makes a ton of great noises. Thank you, To Kill a Giant. I'm having a blast making all this content. Okay. Let's go speak over this track. Feel the warmth upon my back. Let's start again. I feel the weight upon my back. I'm so tired, I've been working all day. These blood, sweat, and tears as time slips away. I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater. Make a move, don't you dare get closer. It's getting late for me, late for me, late for me, late for me. Okay, so, not rhythmically perfect by any means. Still figuring out how those words might go over that. The point is, though, even before I start singing, I want to get myself by getting into character, we are going to stumble upon our own expression. If we seek after our own expression, we are going to miss it. I know this sounds counterintuitive and maybe a bit, but it's true. When you look hard for something, oftentimes you miss the very thing you're looking for. So in all the questions that I get and in all the private lessons that I do, and I hear people sing, and well, not all the private lessons, but a lot of the private lessons that I do, there are vocalists, and I was one of these at one point. There are vocalists that are set on a sound. Well, this is just my sound. I'm holding my face this way because this is my sound. I am singing with a raised larynx and a cupped tongue because this is my sound. I am, when those things are, those are byproducts of pigeonholing yourself. Whereas if you go into this with, okay, where's the attitude? This guy is angry. He's been working all day. And he gets angrier and angrier as the words go on. Well, what does that look like? Just to speak it. I feel the weight upon my back. I'm so tired, I've been working all day. These blood, sweat, and tears as time slips away. I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater. Make a move, don't you dare get closer. For me, late, for me, late, for me, late, for me. Okay, I definitely think that is going to be part of it at the end, some sort of nervous breakdown. I think that's going to be neat. Okay, so at this point, I feel the need to stand up and see what happens if I can just vibe it a little bit more. I'm going to start throwing in notes here and there. And if you guys have taken my course or are at the point in my course that I show you how to do this, there's a little part in the course that's short phrases and note assignments. And I'm going to be applying this to develop some creativity here, as well as discover what my voice can do in the context of this track. I mean, every context is totally different, right? And so we want to learn what our voice is going to do, what our voice wants to do, what kind of notes want to stand out. And I don't care what, is that a B? Is that a C? I don't care. I care what feels good to my voice and feels good over the track. I also don't care about the sound at this point. I care about feel. It's another thing that I talk about all the time. So I'm going to stand up, take this with me so I can do my camera switching. And you should see me here. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just play the track. Delay, reverb. This sort of sound, you hear that little hiss there too. This sort of sound with a little bit of delay, a little bit of reverb, really helps me get into the vibe of whatever I'm doing. So, here we go. I feel the weight upon my back. I'm so tired, I've been working all day. These blood, sweat, and tears as time slips away. I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater. Make a move, don't you dare get closer. Late for me, it's getting late for me. Late for me, late for me. Okay? I'll make some observations here in a minute. I feel the weight I'm so tired, I've been working all day. These sweat and tears, time slips away. I'm trying on as the pressure gets greater. Make a move, don't you dare get closer. Late for me, late for me, late for me, late for me. Okay. Well, there's a lot of things happening that I feel will be in a final version. And what I'm also noticing is, and I believe that feels like a B. Late for me. So this song's in the key of E, if that is indeed a B. I'll test that in a minute. And so now I have a consciousness about what my voice might do in the context of this track. This B, late for me, may be a pretty cool opportunity later in the song. I don't know if I want to be up there the whole time, because I want to be able to go up to that as kind of a climactic thing. I'll sing over this a few more times, and then I'm gonna try to record something and then listen back to it objectively, because I don't want to judge what's coming out of my mouth as it's coming out of my mouth. I want to react to it after I sing while it's not coming out of my mouth. I can be more productive that way. I feel the heat upon my back. I'm so tired, I've been working all day. These blood, sweat, and tears as time slips away. I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater. Make a move, don't you try and get closer. Late for me, late for me, late for me, late. Okay, let's try and record something. I feel a weight upon my back. I'm so tired, I've been working all day. These blood, sweat, and tears as time slips away. I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater. I'll make a move, don't you try and get closer. It's late for me, late for me, late for me, late for me. All right. Okay. Test. We're back. Okay, so we have a rough thing, an idea. And here is where the magic really starts to happen. Because I have just spent time singing and listening to myself in the context of me actually singing. And it always, never sounds like I think it does when I am singing, or when I'm actually singing, when I go to listen to it. There's all sorts of things that I notice about my performance, my voice, how I'm holding my face. Man, am I warmed up? It doesn't sound like I'm very warmed up. Man, I really strained there. I wasn't doing what I need to be doing to get that, all those things sort of come into place. So as we listen to this, as I react to my own voice, which I think reacting to your own voice is one of the most productive and amazing things you can ever do. If reacting to other people's voices, learning from other people's voices, sure. Pop in here and say hi to a few people. Thank you. Poop Muscle Gang, where you at? Right, I probably do need more poop muscles. This is great. Will I save this live stream? Yes, I am saving it. It will be up. And the air conditioner just went off. Okay, well, cool. I'm glad everybody's still enjoying it. Let's go back. We'll do some listening. And we're going to add background vocals and stuff to this as well. So let's, here's where I tripped over the, that's where I tripped over the cord. I got wrapped around the mic stand, the cord from my, yeah. Okay. Actually, that was kind of neat. Let's,
I feel away.
it's actually sort of on beat. I wonder if that would work to keep that in there somehow.
I feel a weight upon my back. I'm so tired, I've been working all day. These blood, sweat, and tears as time slips away. I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater. But make a move, don't you try and get closer. It's late for me, late for me, late for me, late for me.
Okay, so remember, everything is useful. Nothing is bad. You want to get in the habit of listening to yourself and don't go "Ugh," when you hear something or see something that it's an opportunity. There's an idea there somewhere, even in the what you would traditionally have said is a screw up. So I'm gonna listen to this again, and I'm going to point out what I think is really working, and what if I expand upon it or try to do something slightly differently may work better. Notice the verbiage that I'm using. Notice how I'm talking about my voice. I am not saying I'm going to figure out where I screwed up and then I'm going to fix it. We're not going to say that. We're going to say everything is an opportunity. Everything is useful. And I realize that there's different stages that everybody is at in their singing, confidence levels, range, all this stuff. But even in that, this mindset of everything is useful, nothing is bad, is what's going to get you to the next level. I think I said this in one of the write-ups. This is the difference between a vocal student and a vocal performer, a vocal amateur and a vocal professional. It's not who can sing better, sing higher notes, sing, none of that. This is so evident by lots of singers out there throughout time that don't have incredible voices, but they exude wonderful confidence. They figured out their sound. I've done a video on this. Tom Petty, Jimi Hendrix, Neil Young. These guys, they don't have great voices, but they have their sound. How? It's this mindset. Everything they do is useful. Everything they do presents an opportunity. That's it. Yes, working on technical things, training your ears, learning how to use your support, all that is very important, and it enables you to do what I'm talking about with greater confidence. But without this mindset, you will never find your voice. With this mindset, you will find your voice. So, all that, let's stop talking. We're going to listen some more. Okay.
I feel a weight upon my back. I'm so tired, I've been working all day. These blood, sweat, and tears as time slips away.
Okay, so that, I think I realized this as I was playing with the speech. But there's that syncopated snare thing, and that worked really well. Listen.
I'm so tired, I've been working all day.
Or kick. Working all day! And then the kick hits. And I hit that with my vocals, with the rhythm. Now, had I not approached this speech-wise first, I might have missed that when I went to record.
I'm so tired, I've been working all day. These blood, sweat, and tears as time slips away. I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater.
So right here,
These blood, sweat, and tears as time slips away.
Dragging that time a little bit with that drum fill, those are things that I wasn't thinking about that when I was singing, specifically like, oh, that fill's coming up. But I had spoken over it enough times where I felt how those words should work over that. And of course, that's a that's a moving target, right? You know, if I change the words a little bit, or you know, but it's a matter of combining these things and then expressing with them.
These blood, sweat, and tears.
So that's right on the beat.
These blood, sweat, and tears as time slips away.
Worked.
I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater.
So that,
I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater.
I think what I tried to do,
I'm
dragging on as the pressure gets greater.
dragging on as the pressure gets greater.
I was reaching for that note instead of thinking down on that note. I've talked about that in other videos. That's what happens when you do that. My opportunity is I'm gonna work on that. I like going up to the dragging on. So I'm gonna do a lot of what I've talked about on this channel. And I'm going to slow that down. I'm going to isolate that phrase, and I'm going to get there clean first. So when I go to actually re-perform this, I will have gotten the feel in my body, and I'll be able to execute it. This is why this works. You're going to see this in process, okay?
I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater.
I'm clean. I'm dragging as the pressure gets greater. How's my pitch? My pitch is good. I'm clean. I'm not trying to overcompress. I'm not trying to add grit. I'm just worrying about the pitch and the feel. I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater. Pressure feels weird. I'm tensing right here. Pressure. I need to release that. I am dragging on as the pressure. That's better. As the pressure gets greater. Gets. I'm going to brighten that. Make get. Instead of gets greater. I don't want to be too, I don't want this going on. Dragging on as the pressure gets greater. Where it's all sort of the same vowel. I want, as I get more aggressive, and as I get higher, I want there to be this greater sense of digging into the mic, and that means more vowel variance, right? And more water. I like that you can hear that. Okay. I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater. I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater. Gets greater. Okay.
I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater. I'll make a move, don't you try and get closer. It's late for me, late for me, late for me, late for me.
Okay, so this was...
I'll make a move, don't you try and get closer. It's late.
I like that.
I'll make a move, don't you try and get closer.
Except I like it, and I like it. There's a bit of speech in there.
I'll make a move, don't you
Make a move. So you can see. Make a move.
I'll make a move, don't you try and get closer.
Yeah, I'm a bit ahead of the beat, which is good. I can do that.
Greater. I'll make a move, don't you try and get closer. It's late for me, late for me.
And I think I'd like to. I just said it's late for me.
It's late for me, late for me, late for me, late for me.
I think I want another opportunity at this end. But I liked what I did, so I'm going to duplicate this playlist here, and we're going to try some things. So the first thing I'm going to do is
I'm dragging on as the pressure gets greater.
we're gonna try that again. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm dragging on as, hey! And we'll go ahead and record that. And pre-roll. Drag it on as the pressure gets greater.